Sometimes that's what you tell your mind. And you think you're being compassionate, but it's not compassion at all, telling people to have a nice day. It's actually putting your ideas onto somebody else. So it's like mind. You don't sort of say, may you be peaceful. That's not compassion. So if you want to be all over the place, fine by me, mind. If you want to think a lot, if you want to be crazy, if you want to fall asleep, fine by me. That's compassion. Opening the door of your heart to whatever's happening. Without any judgment, without any force, without any discrimination. What's a good state of mind, what's a bad state of mind? It's open the door of your heart to everything. That's compassion, that's kindness, otherwise called letting it be, not controlling it. That's why the kindness, sometimes letting be, you get some sort of idea what it is, but you add the kindness and that gives you this other aspect of what letting be is. And you just let things as they are. That's called kindness, compassion. And that is much, much better. I often tell the story when you go and visit someone who's sick, cold weather, a lot of people get flu, and you go and speak to them, and you say, I hope you get better soon. And sometimes, if that was me, I'd say, no. If you want me to get better soon, I refuse. I'm going to get better when I want to. I'm not going to follow your agenda or your time scale. So whenever you go to see someone who's sick, if you really understand what compassion is, you just say, I will love you if you carry on being sick, or if you get better, it's all the same to me. I just don't want you to be who you are. Let it be. In other words, just stop trying to control people. Stop trying to again, force them. Because sometimes when a person is sick, because of all the so-called fake compassion they get, everyone trying to wish them to get better soon, the pressure is on you to get better, and it just stresses you out. All these people hoping you get better soon, and you feel like you must please all the people who love you, and you work so hard to get better. So hard to get better. You're trying so hard to get better. That's what makes you sick. So you can understand is if you just let a person be. Care for a person, don't try and cure them. Care for your mind, don't cure your mind. Let it be. Mind, this is what you want to be right now, okay with me. And if you let it be that much, with this wonderful, compassionate heart, which can love everything, even the crazy, stupid mind going all over the place, you really care for it and let it be. Because you're letting it be, you are making what I call the good meditation karma. The letting be, making peace, being kind, real kindness, eventually will make the meditation very peaceful. It's the law of cause and effect. This is what causes deep, peaceful meditations. Letting things be, being kind right now. Letting it be, being kind. Letting it be, being kind. And then that builds up so much stillness and so much peace. You get some very amazing meditations. So that's a little bit about what kindness truly is. Okay, so we're now going to do some meditation of about 45 minutes. And once again, because many people came in a bit late, if you come to the meditation class for the first time, or maybe just the second time, you wanted to go introduction to meditation class, that is being held in the room to my right. This is the ongoing class for those who have some experience of meditation before. So if it's a beginner's class, the first introduction to meditation class, that's the room to my right over there, because we're going to sit for 45 minutes, and that's a long time for many people. Very good. I don't want to torture you, otherwise in 45 minutes you won't want to come again. So that class is in the room to my right. Very good teacher there. You don't have to worry. You can even take your cushions with you if you want. Now you're just on my favourite cushions. The room to my right there. That one over there. You go in there. So that's the introduction to meditation class. Okay, that's the one, yes. Very good. And also anyone who doesn't like my sense of humour, who get fed up already, the class over there, they don't tell jokes. Okay, so let's get going. Very good. So, closing the eyes. Bringing all of your attention to your body first of all. And not judging your body, just getting to know it. Quality time with your body. Many of us, including myself, get very busy, running around, doing stuff, going places. So it's great just to stop and check in with my body. How are you doing? And as soon as I become mindful of my body, I know that I need to adjust some things. Maybe my legs aren't crossed properly, or my bottom is not properly positioned on the cushion. So I adjust it. As soon as I put mindfulness on my body, only then, with that awareness, can I see what needs to be adjusted. And I look very carefully, because this is important. I care for my body. So make sure even my hands are comfortable in my lap. You can put them on your knees if you wish. There is no advantage, one better than the other. It's just what you feel is the best for you in this meditation. As my body has been well adjusted, I spend a long time on it. Then I do the second layer of relaxation, finding out some part of my body which is irritating, in pain or tired. Getting to know that feeling and seeing through the feedback created by mindfulness, feeling how I can relax that irritation or pain. It's always through just letting things be. Not trying to change things, because that just makes them worse. It's putting pressure on my body. I just let them be. Opening the door of my heart to the pain or irritation in my body. When I open the door of my heart in that way, letting it be, the tension, the stress, the pushing, the pulling, all vanish. And I feel that part of my body which is irritating start to recover. It's like I hold that letting be attitude and notice that the irritation or pain vanishes some more and some more and some more. In this way I can focus, zoom in on a part of the body and relax any irritation away, just through letting things be. It also helps me to focus on a physical feeling instead of all this thinking. I feel my body. Once I've relaxed my body very, very deeply, most of the irritations or aches and pains are relaxed away. Only then do I start to focus on my mind. Focus on learning how to be peaceful, how peacefulness can be increased. So exactly the same process, just letting things be. And after a few minutes I'll be able to just watch my breathing without any difficulty at all. Because I've dealt with the biggest problem for breath meditation, starting too soon, when the mind is still agitated. I calm my mind down first of all, and then watch the breath. So I'm going to be silent now until the end of the meditation. Close to the end of the meditation now. How do you feel? What happened? It's the time to look back, find out what worked and what did not work. I'm now going to ring the gong 3 times. Please listen to every sound from the gong and let the last ringing of the gong take you out for your meditation. There we go. Very good. So we have, thank you. We have a question here from, this time from someone in Sri Lanka. I am trying metta meditation towards someone who has criticized me. How do I relax when this metta meditation becomes difficult? It's another type of meditation, of loving kindness meditation. There's many ways of doing that, but it's also, I say that you should do loving kindness on easy people first of all. So once you've done loving kindness on easy people, then you work up from there for people who are maybe, they're not easy, but they're not sort of irritating, they haven't criticized you. And little by little you increase the power of loving kindness. The simile I've used is like lighting a fire. You don't put a match to a log of wood, you'd be wasting your time. So when you're lighting a fire, you put the match to a piece of paper, and that takes the flame very easily. And on top of the piece of paper you put little kindling, little twigs. On top of that, bigger pieces of wood, on top of that, bigger pieces of wood, until eventually you can put a whole big log on the fire. And then from the log, maybe even a sappy old log, which is full of water, and the heat is so strong, it will evaporate the water, and even big logs will take the flame and start burning. In the same way, if it's a difficult person, you only use that at the very end of loving kindness meditation, when you've got enough fire, enough heat of loving kindness, it will take. So don't try and do loving kindness meditation to the difficult people first of all. Do it to the easy ones until your loving kindness is strong, like a fire on easy object, and adding bigger and bigger pieces of wood. And then it very easily takes to very, very, very difficult objects. And the other way, which is the way which I think described recently, is of doing a bit of visualization. Visualizing the circle, and inside the circle is all the people you like and respect, and all the people you admire. It's so easy to give loving kindness, acceptance to those people. And on the edge of your circle, just outside, are the sort of people you don't really like them, you don't really not like them, but they're outside. And the further you get from the center of the circle are the people who give you the most trouble. And so, in this loving kindness meditation, you imagine the circle expanding. So you can give loving kindness to the people just on the outside, who you don't really like, you don't dislike, they're pretty neutral. And little by little you expand the circle of loving kindness. May all beings be at peace, whatever they wish. Expand it further and further, until eventually the people who criticize you, they become inside your circle of what's acceptable, lovable recipient for your kindness. So expand it until they're also included. A little bit of visualization on that, like that can also help to eventually include people who criticized you. But don't worry about being criticized. Everybody in the whole world gets criticism. There's not one person who doesn't get criticized. So when somebody criticizes me, I always say, yes, I expected that. And when you expect it, it just totally diffuses the criticism. It's only when you don't accept it, you think, oh, I don't deserve to be criticized. Of course you do. How many times have you criticized other people yourself? So this is karma. If you criticize other people, they're going to come back at you and criticize you back. Or someone is. It may not be the same person. So anytime somebody criticizes me, I think, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Evening out the score a little bit for the time I criticize someone else. So you don't take it personally. And the other time think, who are you trying to criticize anyway? What are you criticizing? You're criticizing my body, my mind. What are you trying to criticize? And a lot of times actually, people criticize my bad jokes. And I deflected. I said, well, what do you expect? Because my father was born in Liverpool and he was always telling bad jokes. So it's just my brainwashing, conditioning. I'm a creature of my upbringing. So I tell bad jokes because that's just how the way we used to get on in life. So don't criticize me if you have any bad jokes. You criticize my father. And he's dead now, so he doesn't care. So whatever way, I would deflect all the criticism. I take no responsibility. And that's the same here in this organization. Because, we have many, many people in this organization who run this place. Where's the president gone? He was here a minute ago. He's over there somewhere. There he is, laying down, lazy bum. No, he's not a lazy bum. But I always say that, any criticism here, it's the president. That's where the criticism goes. And any praise comes here. No. Okay, the secretary. Okay, that's what we do. Pass the buck. So, whenever you get any criticism, yeah. And eventually, I always go back to my great teacher Ajahn Brahm. If someone criticizes you from Sri Lanka, their simile was, if they criticize you, it's like they call you a dog, which was one of the worst criticisms in Asia, to call someone a dog. And he would teach me from the very first year I was with him. He said, if anybody calls you a dog, you must first of all, before you do anything else, look at your bottom to see if you have a tail. And if you look at your bottom, you haven't got a tail, you're not a dog. End of problem. Say, sorry, sir, you're wrong. And what that really means, if someone criticizes you, have a look. Did you do something wrong? Did you make a mistake? Did you say something stupid? And if you did, say, oh yeah, thank you, yeah, you're right. I was a bit stupid. But if you look at them most of the time, they criticize you and you didn't do anything wrong at all, you look at them and say, well, I did nothing wrong. End of problem. Because why do you accept other people's judgments of you? That's what criticism is. They're judging you. How on earth do they know why you did that, or what actually you did, what you meant? They can't judge you like that. It's impossible. It's totally ridiculous. So when people criticize me, well, just leave it alone. So just this afternoon, I was at this function for the United Nations Day of Faith, Buddhist Council Western Australia, and I was trying to encourage more people because we're going to have a census soon in Australia, I think in August, and part of the census is where you put down your religion to see if you're a Buddhist or a Christian or something. And I've been really encouraging people, please put down you're a Buddhist. Even if you're on the edge, please put it down, because I need that, because if I don't increase the number of Buddhists in Western Australia, I might lose my job. I will not reach my sales targets. I will lose my productivity bonus. So please, I need more Buddhists over here, otherwise people will think I haven't been doing my job over the last 6 years. But somebody was saying they got criticised when I mentioned that I need more people to say that. They got criticised, they told their friends they were Buddhists, and the response came, "Oh, I thought you had some brains." As if like Buddhists have no brains. In fact, they got some censor because Buddhists don't think so much. So I suppose they're right, we don't have so much brains. We're much more peaceful without a brain. Which made me start to think many, many years ago, maybe the fast way to enlightenment for a bit of peace and quiet, so you don't think too much, is have a lobotomy. But I think that's going a bit too extreme. So no, you have got a brain, but I think you can use it wisely. So if people criticize you like that, whatever, the nicest thing to do is to laugh. If they told me, said, "No, you've got no brains," I said, "I think you may be right." Mess around. And then you can turn the criticism into some fun and some games instead of getting personally attacked by it. It's only because a person has a sense of self that they try and defend themselves against criticism. For me, when people criticize me, I like to tell other people and we laugh about it. And so, they don't take it personally. Then there's no one to criticize. You're not a target anymore if you've got nothing to defend. So anyway, that's with criticism and metta meditation. And also the census coming up soon. So to help me reach my sales targets, please put down you're a Buddhist. Anyway, any other questions from the floor? There's only one question from overseas. A comment. It's a criticism. Ah, what a shame. They get quite honest if people called you a dog. Unconditional love. Yeah, dogs, that's so true too.
You get unconditional love.
But you also get fleas from dogs. And they lick you when they're not supposed to lick you. And that's done that before. We had a dog visiting our monastery, one of the Anagarikas. Something happened, he had a dog and couldn't find a place for it for a few days. A really nice little dog. So just before I left on Friday to come here, actually going to a Dharna festival, this beautiful little dog, but I sort of gave it a sausage. There was a sausage left over. And dogs love sausages. Always took my fingers off as well, thinking they were extensions of the sausage. But such a nice little dog. But of course, licked me afterwards, which meant, oh God, I have to go wash my hands again. I'd already washed my hands. So dogs can be nice, but sometimes, if you just washed, they can be a bit bit too licky. Dogs. Should know right time and place to lick you. So anyway, so dogs are very nice, but nevertheless. So yeah, if people call you a dog, yay! And that really sort of makes people a bit discombobulated is the right word, which I like to say. They don't know what to do next. Because the only reason they try to criticize you, they call you a dog, is try to upset you. When you don't get upset, when you don't play their game, but you play your game according to your rules rather than their rules, they get so disconcerted, they just don't know what to do next. Remember somebody, because they saw my size, they called me a pig. And I went, oink, oink. Oh, this happened here, because it's a Buddhist tradition. I think it was Chinese New Year. And I just happened to be standing by the door there, and this Chinese lady sort of came in. She took one look at me, and before I could stop her, she started rubbing my belly for good luck. Oh, you could get offended, but instead you just laughed and tell everyone about it. So you don't take it personally or get upset. Now that's not an invitation for every one of you. Okay, that was a one-off, not again. But it's nice when you have a sense of humour and you just laugh instead of taking things so seriously. And then you criticise, these things happen, you don't get upset at all. So I agree with you. Calling you a dog, not so bad. Okay, so anything else? You have a question? No? Yeah. Oh yes, tomorrow there is a sutta class. And sutta class is when we go through some of the deeper teachings of the Buddha from the suttas. And tomorrow, for those of you who want to come, I'm going to go through really a big sutta. If I don't finish it tomorrow, because I'm actually here for a while, tomorrow's the 14th, yeah. No, what day is it tomorrow? 7th. 8th, that's right, the 8th. 8th is the second Sunday, so the 15th will be the third Sunday. The 22nd will be the fourth Sunday, but that's Wesak Day. So we can do the sutta class, another one, extra on the 5th Sunday, the 29th, if I don't finish it, which I probably won't, because it's going to be the one on dependent origination. As soon as I chose that, Ajahn Brahm looked at me as if I was really crazy doing a deep sutta like that. It's going to really take a long time. But if you really want to get into it, I mean, this is a real meaty stuff, a really stuff. So please bring your brain along, because you're going to have to use it. And that'll be tomorrow. Mahanidana Sutta. Okay. Mahanidana Sutta. But because it's in the Digha Nikaya, if you got that book, please bring it along. But even that book, because when I do these suttas these days, I always complain about the translation, so I do my own little translation. So it's a waste of time being in your book anyway, because it's been retranslated. So, and we'll have it on little sheets of paper tomorrow. Okay, so that's it for today, folks. More coming next week. Ajahn Brahm will do the class, because I'll be in Melbourne next week. Yeah, I will be. So anyway, let's pay respects to Buddha and Dhamma Sangha. Very good. Okay, whoa. Yo.